Yo, what up? It's Datwon Thomas, editor-in-chief of Magazine, and right now you locked into WeTalkin Magazine. I hope y'all checked out the interview. It was super dope. I love y'all. Keep supporting. One love.
Hi, this is Irovia, also known as Jim in the industry, and we're here at Billboard, so excited to interview Datwon Thomas from Magazine. Stay tuned to the interview. I'm gonna be real with you.
Mm-hmm.
Do you believe in the overnight success of an artist? There's no easy. I wanted to try to.
Nah, that's dope.
But that's really just what I want to ask. You know, do you believe that there are overnight success in artistry?
It's so funny you say that. I just posted on my Instagram this morning. Sky Zoo has a song called "The Stick Up Tape" from Menace on one of his albums, and on the hook of that song, he said overnight success can happen if you're awake enough. And it was like profound to that. I'm paraphrasing, but it's profound in that way. Like if you're awake and you know like your overnight success can happen if you just look and see the success route rather than seeing all the problems, rather than seeing all the obstacles. If you can see the route and say, yo, I'm gonna focus in on this route, it can happen faster. But sometimes what people do is they let everything else get in the way of that path of success. So your overnightness is going to take a little bit more, it might not happen at all. So I think his way of saying that is just a little bit more about focus rather than it happening actually overnight. When you think of overnight success, I got to go with Lil Nas X right now. I think the literal term of overnight, could you be non-famous on Tuesday and be super famous on Wednesday? In this day and age, something could go viral in 12 hours and now you're a star. Something could instantly go. Now, are you an overnight success or you just went viral? That's different. I think in the term of overnight success, Lil Nas X right now with Old Town Road breaking a 20-year-old number one, Hot 100 number one singles record. He just beat Mariah Carey and Boyz II Men for 17 straight weeks. I think Despacito, they might have did 16 or 17, I can't remember. He just broke the record. That's an overnight success when he says, less than 10 months ago, he was sleeping on his sister's couch and she was trying to kick him out. That's overnight to me. But then some people will look at the success of like a J. Cole and say like, oh, he just got big. He's been working for 10 years. Kendrick working for 10 years. It's really hard to have an overnight success that, oh man, it's just so tough to be able to say overnight success is a real thing as far as like a career. I'm just going to be an overnight success. I'm going to make sure that this works. It's really hard to say that, but Lil Nas X is proving it right now.
Do you think that his song made him an overnight success as opposed to who he is as an artist? Like the choice of coming out and pushing that single itself.
Yeah, I think is the melody, because little kids love it. Once little kids love it, it's out of here. It's something like, and if your hook is there, and it builds up, it's like blum, 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 blum. Those are like, Mary had a little. It's like it's melody, and that's what we attract to just as humans. So on that accord, he wins. Then 2, it's cool that it has like a trap country sound. 3, his personality is incredible on social. He's really smart. I think 4, him coming out, being gay and saying like, yo, this is who I am and I'm not going to hide this. It's not a necessary strategy thing. He was just being real. And I think being open in that way attracted more people to him. And not just a gay audience, just more people are like, wow, that's a real person that's jumping out there and putting who they are out to the world now. Because there was times when rappers, if you want to put them as a rapper, you couldn't do that. You couldn't do that 5 years ago and think like people was gonna embrace you. Tyler, the Creator, kind of plays with people with it, but Lil Nas X is saying like, yeah, this is who I am. and he's number one 17 weeks in a row. That's a huge statement. So there's all those different factors. It's perfect timing. He's been, knocking down a lot of the big stars and like Taylor Swift and Ed Sheeran, all of them, Justin Bieber, all of them throwing singles to try to knock him down, and he's still this little black dude. You know what I'm saying? And cowboy hat, cowboy boots. That's real. It's like, what do you call it? Black boy joy?
Yeah.
That's what that is. But I think he has like all the elements right now. He has a upbeat personality. It's not harmful music. He's hitting all the touchstones for success.
Now, in regards to him being what you would consider an overnight success, for someone like you mentioned, J. Cole, a 10-year stint.
Yeah.
To be where they are as artists, what do you think it takes within that 10-year time to build you to be considered such a powerful force?
I believe a 10-year run has every obstacle that you could imagine that you have to overcome. You have to overcome it to get to that success spot. You have to have, that wonderment, like, oh man, can I do this? Then you got to get into, oh, I'm doing it. Oh, I'm getting recognized for it. Oh, I'm getting successful. Oh, I'm getting money. Oh, I'm getting hate. Oh no, here comes all the drama. Oh my goodness, what about these lawyers? Oh my goodness, it's like you're going up and then you crash a little, and then the beefs come, and then you got to think about being a business person. Then you want to bring on new artists and everything that J. Cole has been going through, and kind of like the learning curve, getting into public feuds with celebrities and stuff like that. You got to go through those things. You got to put out projects that people aren't really happy with. And then you got to come back from that and do something that they are happy with. To regain your own confidence and the confidence of the people that are your fans and your haters, your critics. All of that in a 10-year span. And if after 10 years you're still here, that means you're special. If you're still here, you're resilient. If you're still here, that means you're talented. Special and being talented are two different things. Like, you're talented. And to be able to follow his rise from the beginning to now having a #1 album with his crew, and use that Dreamville Revenge of the Dreamers album to galvanize the industry and bring all these young new artists and that youthful energy together, that says a lot. That says, like, now, like you were saying, your power and your influence comes together with your success and your experience. Power, influence, success, experience. You're there. And now you become something else. Like, you're starting to make those inroads to becoming like the Quincy Joneses who bring people together, different talent levels, and you're able to make those different talent levels sing on the same note. That's super hard. Even just business-wise, getting everybody together. Just creatively, that's even harder. So I give him a lot of props, especially at this stage in his career.
It's so refreshing to hear and so organic and appreciative of you to use the number 10.
Okay.
Sometimes on my show, we have artists that come through and they're very young.
Right.
And they believe in the overnight thing.
Right.
And I have to hit them with, I hit them with that 10-year.
Oh yeah. 10.
I say that to them, and and they look at me like 10 years, and I'm like, 10 years will grow you.
Oh my goodness.
I've been doing hair for a very long time.
Right.
But as a professional hairstylist, I'm 10 years.
10 years.
And I can see the growth in who I am as a professional within 10 years. So I give them that advice, and I'm like, it's okay. Like, don't look at it like that. Like, you're going to grow, and you're going to be able to build from that. And you'll look back, and you'll be like, yeah. So,
depending upon
it's so dope.
Where you started your 10-year run, some people look at that 10 years as, oh man, you're getting old. You know what I'm saying? Or that's an old run. Like, even Kendrick and them are starting to look like the older dudes in hip hop now. And you got all these young kids that's coming in. But I applaud a 10-year run. I applaud 7, 5 even. If you can stay in this joint for 5, like, you did something. This is my 23rd year in the industry professionally since my internship. 23 years, I'm bugging. Like,
and let's just humor people. How many publications have you actually worked on?
Oh my goodness. If I just running it down, it probably won't be everything, but running it down, if I start with Vibe as an intern, so Vibe, XXL, Left there, went to hook.com. Left there, started King, started Rides, started Hip Hop Soul, started Dunk Box and Bubble, helped out with Scratch, helped out with Fuego, went back to Double XL.